she's at home. Cause I'm feeling right. I don't wanna be wrapped up in her arms tonight. Alright, I wanna lay you down. Make sweet love on the ground. Cause I'm in the mood. Don't you say I'm rude. The rain is falling. My baby is all alone. Don't wanna waste no time. Wanna go home. Say the rain is falling. My baby is all alone. Don't wanna waste no time. Wanna go home. Are you feeling me? Cause baby girl, I'm feeling you. I can't wait no more. Oh, my love is overdue. It has taken over me. Can't get a hold of myself. Cause when I'm with you, I don't need nobody else. The rain is falling. My baby is all alone. Don't wanna waste no time. I wanna go home. Say the rain is falling. My baby is all alone. Don't wanna waste no time. I wanna go home. Yes, yes. You must be wondering, baby, just where I've been. Yes, I'm on my way, so you don't need to worry. No, no, I know you feel like crying. Just can't get me off of your mind. But I'll soon be there. Just give me some more time. The rain is falling. My baby is all alone. Don't wanna waste no time. I wanna go home. Say the rain is falling. My baby is all alone. Don't wanna waste no time. I wanna go home. Let me get my phone. I need to call my baby and find out if she's at home. Cause I'm feeling right. I don't wanna be wrapped up in her arms tonight. Alright, I wanna lay her down. Make sweet love on the ground. Cause I'm in the mood. Don't you say I'm rude. The rain is falling. My baby is all alone. Don't wanna waste no time. I wanna go home. Say the rain is falling. My baby is all alone.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen.
I wanna go home.
It's that kind of cool evening, right? However, we're on the inside. It is 26 degrees, heavy rainfall. It is the 5th day of October 2023. 4 minutes past the hour of 6 and we're on the inside. Some persons are over at Sister Jenny's program. I'm just giving them some time to trickle over. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so a pleasant good afternoon again to each and every one of you. I pray that each and every one of you all would have had yourself a wonderful, wonderful day. And I know that rainfall would have some persons on the inside wondering whether or not they should come outside. Alright. But it is, however, God's blessings to be here again with you guys this afternoon. I do apologize about yesterday. Yesterday was really, I don't know. That weather, I don't know, somehow gave me a flu. I'm still not 100%, but by God's grace, I am certain that I'm going to get there. I pray that everyone is blessed. And to the persons over on my YouTube page that are already there, I want to say good afternoon to Clive Raymond. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Francis. Good afternoon to Miriam and Baby Daddy. As I said, I know some persons would be over at Sister Jenny's program, and so they're wanting to get information. You know, definitely when it comes to a Thursday evening, I try not to start too early, right? I don't know if you all want me, and I can stream and make sure you all get a little piece of Sister Jenny's program. If you all wish for that, I can give you all that if you all want it, because usually before I start my program, I usually listen to her just a little bit.
Has asked for. And so it's unconscionable to do that to that demographic. It is unconscionable. And to do it like it was done. Give the people their houses, the apartments, put more stringent measures if you want to say that to them to pay. And next time around, when you get another set of houses, if you get another set of houses from the Chinese or whomever, you put your measures in place with the bank so they know from upfront this is what it is.
Sorry, my apologies. Yeah, my song was off, right? So I guess you guys would be hearing me now. My song was off. My apologies, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say again our condolences to the persons in the Grandlands area, the family of the Grandlands area. I think I'm learning of another one that took place somewhere on the eastern side also, that took the life of two very young individuals, and I can't start to imagine the thoughts that might be running through the minds of friends and family that are surrounding those incidents, right? God knows, right? No parent can get himself prepared for this. No parent cannot get themselves prepared for this. I remember one individual one time saying the world was not made that children go before their parents. I think that the world is designed in a way that parents ought to leave their kids as a generation. You understand me? One in La Poterie involving a 2-year-old. So it is really hard. That is really hard, ladies and gentlemen. I can't start to imagine this even at, my kids are now, one is 12 and one is 10, and I can't even imagine losing them now, right? So just think about that parent, a 2-year-old. I mean, come on, man, that's tough. That would be really tough, right? And I pray God that they find strength in the Almighty, that they find comfort in understanding that He's the author and finisher of all faith, right? And so I can't, as I said, I can't give an advice to say, well, what should happen in such circumstances. All I'm asking the Almighty give you all strength in becoming or developing or becoming better, you understand, in days and weeks ahead, right? Getting to grips with that. I mean, my mom passed away in 2015, and there are occasions I still think about her and I tear up. So I could just only imagine, man. I could only imagine. But God's blessings to each and every one of them. I pray that they find that level of strength. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go on to speak to. I believe at this stage. And this is not a political conversation, people. This is not a political conversation. This is something we need to grab now. There's a saying, grab the bull by the horn. We have seen 2 or 3 incidents that involves our school children in physical, violent, and I'm putting the word violent because I'm seeing one where an individual even, I don't know if he knock out or he conk out or whatever it might be, right? Violent practices that we're seeing, even our young ladies. You can't do much more again. And sometimes we always the parent. A lot of the times, these things happen. Find out what the parent is doing. Listen to me. Their parents are bending backwards. Their parents are praying. Their parents are doing all sorts of things. Ladies and gentlemen, in this society, it is difficult to raise young people. I can say this to you openly. It is difficult. I am young in this technological age, right? And I'm a young parent, and I'm saying to some parents, for those of you all who don't have you're not technologically fussy, I'm saying to you, the things that children are exposed to through the technological system, parents, you can't, there is, I don't know what you all could do than just pray. Games that before, when I remember, by the time they see, mommy used to see rated R, she used to tell my sister and I, we can't watch a movie. Ladies and gentlemen, cartoon and all, ladies and gentlemen, is sexually orientated violence, that side of bullying. It is really, really, really detrimental. It is very, very difficult, parents. I know what some of you all could be going through. And if you look at that incident alone, this is basically, and the person is saying, this have to be gang related. Friends coming together. I can't start to imagine, like, as I said, I can't give an advice to parents, to teachers. I think we have reached the stage where, like, what do you suggest? What do you do? Because you have them in the house for 15 hours, and all they need to go outside for 2 hours, and they're exposed to the world and the world's practices. It is difficult for some parents. I can tell you guys that. I pray every day that my son doesn't get involved in this. I mentor him, I speak to my daughter, I speak to all of my kids. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, when you get exposed, I today was watching a game. You know, normally when you go into Facebook, they ask you to download a game, and they just giving you a little ad as it relates to the game. I mean, the piece I saw was so violent. You know, individual with gun and knife, and you know, people. But all I can say is pray. I'm being very honest. I don't know. I can't give an advice to our parents again. I don't know what to say to you guys. I can't say to you all, well, go to the police or call on the authorities or put police in schools. Because look at how they're happening. Look at when they're happening. And then some parent know your child hit somebody else and you're in an expense. I really can't. I know how some of your parents, you guys' parents are might be thinking, right? And I know it's really, really difficult. All right. We're going to jump into our conversation today, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what my conversation is going to be. I'm asking all you. I'm going to tell all you. Because for days and weeks, for the persons who follow consistently, for those who have been following me regularly, I am saying to you guys, and I've been saying to you guys, that the health sector in Grenada is at its worst stage. The health sector in Grenada, ladies and gentlemen, is at its worst stage. At the end of the day, the assessment, and hence the reason why I said the intent of this administration is to ensure that everything done is to deface practices of the past administration. And so they thought to themselves, oh, we're gonna give the doctor, we're gonna give the nurses and so on $500. And they thought that is what's going to solve the problem. Ladies and gentlemen, it didn't. It didn't. So I want to play this first video right here, and let's see whether or not we're going We're going to play the video, and then we're going to ask ourselves the question whether or not that was done. So here's the video, first video.
Transforming our healthcare system is the single most important priority for this administration. Our ultimate goal is to transform Grenada into the health capital of the Eastern Caribbean. This means the highest quality in healthcare facilities and services with access for all, underpinned by a culture of healthy lifestyles. Mr. Speaker, the former administration touted healthcare as a priority. However, there was absolutely no plan to develop the health sector. The facilities were ignored, and our healthcare professionals were treated with disregard. Our nurses in particular were fleeing in droves, and critical services were not provided. Mr. Speaker, our citizens were, and still are, literally afraid to be committed to our hospitals for care. This administration, Mr. Speaker, is committed to delivering on the quality of healthcare that our people deserve. Our health is our greatest asset and therefore quintessential to the transformation agenda. And so, Mr. Speaker, we recognize that strengthening our human resource capacity is going to be critical if we are going to transform our healthcare sector. The government is taking concrete steps to address the human resource capacity challenges facing the healthcare sector. Of great concern is the mass exodus of our nurses. We have engaged the nursing fraternity and have listened to their concerns, which include poor working conditions, job insecurity, nurse shortages, and inadequate compensation. Mr. Speaker, we will move swiftly to address the regularization of our nurses and the training of more nursing professionals.
Ladies and gentlemen, that sounded really good, right? Few months later, those things like my system want to embarrass them.
The notice circulating on social media reads, "Only accidents and emergencies will be seen as we are currently severely short-staffed. Thank you for your understanding." In investigating the authenticity of the note, MTV News contacted Health Minister Jonathan Lacrette, who stated that he's unable to give an official comment, but instead referred us to Mava Primus Joseph, administrator at the Princess Alice Hospital.
So, they contacted the Minister of Health concerning a query that was being posted at the Princess Alice Hospital. Listen to this. The Minister of Health then referred GBN to who?
When contacted, Ms. Joseph stated that she's unaware of the situation and suggested that we contact Permanent Secretary Naomi Jeremiah. Efforts to contact PS Jeremiah proved futile.
So, ladies and gentlemen, a posting, and if you're unaware of it, it's on Facebook. A posting was placed, or there is a circulation of a photograph where at the Princess Alice Hospital, right, that they're only dealing with persons with emergencies and so on and so forth due to the fact that they're short staffed. They attempted to contact the Minister of Health, who said to them, contact the administrative director at Princess Alice Hospital. When the administrator was contacted, she said, contact the PS. Can you believe this, ladies and gentlemen? Can you believe this? So the head don't know, the middle don't know, the tail don't know. Nobody knows. So somebody went along, posted this at Princess Alice Hospital. If it is factual, mind you, based on the information thus far, the Minister of Health does not know, the executive person in charge of, they don't know, and the PS don't know. So let's take it to mean it's an allegation. But GBN went on and seek to make clarifications in the situation, calling the persons that they believe that would be most relevant to address the issue. And so the helm or the head expected, which is the Minister of Health, he said, no, I don't know about that. Call the executive director in terms of in charge of Princess Alice Hospital. When in fact, he should have asked GBN to contact the PS. Don't you think? Because at the end of the day, the PS falls right under him. But he passed the PS. He gone past the PS. He said, not the PS. Contact the executive person in charge of. The executive person then said to them, contact the PS. Brave boy, come on, who we should call? But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, let's put things into perspective in terms of health. Listen to me. If the health of a nation is the wealth of a nation, I can plainly say to you guys, Grenada Brooks. If the health of a nation is the wealth of a nation, Grenada Brooks. Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we heard this. We heard this also.
Our citizens have justly voted for progressive change, a break from past failed policies and programs. And so yes, I am unapologetic that our focus will be on healthcare.
Many months later.
Unfortunately, as a result of the healthcare system of Grenada is in a very miserable state.
We won't play the whole thing. But you heard the Prime Minister said this. Unapologetically.
I am unapologetic that our focus will be on healthcare.
When? That is the question now to be asked. When will it be? Dear Brother Deacon, when will it be? Because if you're unaware, Mr. Deacon Mitchell, there is industrial action taking place. Listen to this. There are industrial action taking place. So I don't know when.
I want to take this opportunity to call on the Minister of Health, Honorable Gayton Jonathan Lacrette, to sit with the union on this matter. Why can't the Minister of Health sit with us? Clearly, the PS that we have interacted with has stated our hands are tied. For this protest action to stop, and we do want it to stop, we want peace, we want benefits.
So ladies and gentlemen, based on what we're hearing, remember there's an industrial action taking place with the persons within the mental health system, the nurses or so on that are there. We knew or we know of that it have been an issue for a very long time. The persons are indicating that, hey, we have had this issue with the past administration, and now it is recurring. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, who made it a mandate, and you see, that is what I want you all to get. When politicians mandate themselves to do things, that is when you could hold them responsible. When they do things or say things in which they gave themselves the mandate, nobody asked. They made it their priority. They made it that healthcare is going to be on the front burner. He said unapologetically, it was going to be the most important thing. That is what it means to prioritize. But we've seen posts all over Facebook concerning the health system. Last year, when the Minister of Health spoke in the budget debate, he spoke as it relates to an invoice with owings from the past administration of $2 million. Up to this time, we don't know if he paid. we are unaware whether or not that invoice is yet to be paid. Maybe we go here in this year's budget presentation. So what it means to prioritize, what is important, because the negotiations at present, what we're hearing from Mr. Grimes, is that that conversation that is happening now is happening between the union and the PS. The PS, who has very little or limited movement, as is being said, her hands are tied. And they're asking that the Minister of Health come forward and speak to them. That is what is being asked. So my question is, ladies and gentlemen, at this stage, has this government yet realized the importance of healthcare? Because we had an incident, as I just made you all listen. You can say to me that there is a post or there is a notification at a general hospital claiming that only emergency persons that you're dealing with. Who determines an emergency? Can the layman man determine an emergency? Because at the end of the day, how many of us have heard of situation, oh God, I just feeling like a pain in my neck. It's only a medical professional would say to you, listen to me, you may need immediate surgery or you need immediate attention. So an individual in their own capacity can't determine what is an emergency. They can't. How can they? How will they be able to do that? They must come and seek medical attention in order to know the level of the medical sickness, and need to be diagnosed based on the symptoms. This is how I know it works. Ever so often, persons always telling individuals, oh, your issue is not an emergency. But who determines the emergency? It is you to tell me whether or not it's an emergency. Hence the reason why I'm here. You understand me, ladies and gentlemen? So, the health system in Grenada, and you're hearing on two occasions. So the strike action, they're calling on the minister. He can't give a response. As is being said, he sends the full further on, right? And industrial action, strike action, and the PS is involved, and the union is asking to see the minister. And it's like Brother Lacredo studying that. Brother Lacredo have more important things to do. But I keep saying to them, Brother Lacret wanted a ministry. They don't give him. And I'm sticking to that. Brother Lacret, wanted to be in youth. That is where the man wanted to be. That is where the man wanted. The man campaign. The man campaign on youth. And you all never give the man youth. How can you all do that? So the expectation is that the man laid back. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what Brother Lacret wanted. This is what Brother Lacret. Tell him what you want.
An NDC government.
Tell him what you want, Brother Lacret.
Will ensure that youth
yes.
in agriculture and fisheries.
Yes.
Youth
right.
in diplomacy and diplomatic.
Where else?
Youth in sport.
That is what the man want.
And sport leadership. Youth in every division of every area and sector of government will be visible at every level of our political structure.
When a man wants something, ladies and gentlemen, give him. You're making the man lackadaisical now. The man wanted to be in youth. That is where the man wanted. Put the man in health and all the man stressing out. Don't stress out Brother Lacret. Do not stress out Brother Lacret. Brother Lacret is unfit for the position of Minister of Health. he campaigned as to being the person to transform youth in Grenada. You can't give the man a position he didn't ask for. The man wanted to be in youth. Give the man the ministry of youth. That is what the man wants. The man wanted to be in youth. So you can't take the man and put him way there now, and you're saying to your people now on the back. He wanted to be in youth. So I do understand Brother Lacrette. I do understand Brother Lacrette. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we have seen a significant, or how should I put it, destruction in terms of the Ministry of Health. There are too many concerns surrounding the Ministry of Health. The minister, I believe, is unfit for the position. He can manage it. Inexperienced in the field, incompetent in the field, first-time politician. You give the man such a big role. So, Brother Deacon Mitchell, sit down with Brother Lacrette. Talk to Brother Lacko. Brother Lacko can handle that piece. Take him out the popo. You hear? Take him out the. Right? To the many of you all who were just listening to Sister Jenny Repair. Sister Simon, sorry. Why I saying Repair? Sister Jenny Simon. Right? She would have played the clip that of the press conference which was held with the Housing Authority. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if this administration would have clearly understood the process or understand the reason for the donated houses. I want to believe that the first issue. Understanding the purpose of the houses distributed. Why are we distributing it? What should we do? How we go about doing it? Now, what pulled my attention most is that they mentioned that there are financial institutions that are on board with them. There are financial institutions that are willing to work along with the Ministry of Housing. My thing is that, ladies and gentlemen, if you could have gotten them to do that, listen to Shopi's suggestion, and let me just be the Duns boy in the class for a while. If an individual would have qualified for a unit, right? Low income workers, let's reference the individual to be working in a bakery, or they're taking care of an elderly, and so they're being paid by the family itself. So an individual is working with a family member who is in bed or ill, and so the family pays them. They don't go to a financial institution, right? Now, if that individual works, let's say for $700, $800, $900, and they would have qualified for a unit. Now, what is hard that this individual would qualify, and you say to them, there are certain criteria that must be met. One of which could be, and listen to this suggestion, tell me if you find it makes sense. You give that individual documentation to take back to the employer, letting them know that now that this individual must be paid through a financial institution. So as I said, you're working for Mr. Jack and them, Mr. Jack that paying you, but Mr. Jack usually give you $900 in your hand. So a letter is sent from AHG saying to that individual, the employer, hey, Miss Joan was qualified for a housing unit. However, in order for payment to be done vividly, she would now have to be using a financial institution. And so you communicate with those financial institutions to remove, or you do a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, that every time Miss Jones' salary come day that is paid by Mr. Jack, $150 is removed, $50, $80, how many? So the bank is now taking that money for you. And when a particular time of the month, that savings or that money is, if it's at the end of the day, there are 10 persons in the bank, $200 per person, $2,000. The banking, the financial institution now takes that money and give you the housing authority. Isn't that curbing the issue? Same way. Let's think about it ourselves. Now, the issue at hand was payment and persons not servicing their payments. So we're trying to curb the issue of payment. So one of the qualifications in order to qualify you to get that house should be that your monies goes to a financial institution. Because now you have a conversation with the financial institution, they're on board, they're understanding. Why didn't you say to them, well, okay, these are the list of persons that are in your financial institution. They're paying back the housing authority $300, $200 a month. So when that money comes and it's taken out from their salaries, by the 18th, the 15th of the month, that money goes to the housing authority. What about that suggestion? But no. That money will take too long to come. But all you want the money one time. That is where the issue lies. You all want the money one time. The houses should be paid for. And it is to be paid or given, not paid, but be given to vulnerable people. Why are we making this an issue about going into the bank, taking a loan? They had all kind of lawyers sit down in the press conference. That people are never well. You find they go, they well, like they understand. No. This is the opportunity I'm going to give you guys right now. I'm giving you the opportunity. Go ahead right now. My apologies. Seems like the AC started to affect me. Take the opportunity right now, ladies and gentlemen, to call in. Let me get your suggestions. Let me get your take on the issue as it relates to the housing. Right? You can call me on 536-5843. Let me get your take now, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to call in. A long time, because I think you're taking all the by surprise today. It's been a while since I've heard some of your guys' voice. So feel free to call me right now. Let me get your take on the conversation of the housing authority and the manner in which our poor people should put themselves in a position to obtain a low-income house. So feel free to call in right now. Let's have a conversation.
Oh yes, I wanna get back home. Let me get my phone. I need to call my baby and find out if she's at home. Cause I'm feeling right. I don't wanna be wrapped.
Yes, Glenda Robinson, sometimes you have to take them by surprise.
I wanna lay you down, make sweet love.
So feel free to call in right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Cause I'm in
Let's have a conversation for just about 10 to 15 minutes.
the rain is falling, my baby is on.
I realize there's students in my class, they don't want to talk, eh?
Wanna waste no time, wanna go home. Say the rain is falling, my baby.
So ladies and gentlemen, call in right now. Let's get your opinion. Let's get your view on the housing issue and the manner in which this administration would want poor and vulnerable people to obtain one of the housing units.
Feeling you, I can't wait no more. Oh, my love is so.
I wouldn't wait too long though.
It's taking over me. Can't get a hold of myself. Cause when I'm with you, I don't need nobody else. The rain is falling, my baby is all alone.
my students doesn't want to call in, my.
Don't wanna waste no.
Call me on WhatsApp right now. 536-5843.
You must be wondering
Must be done on WhatsApp, right?
where I've been. Yes, I'm on my way, so you don't need to worry. No, no, I know you feel like crying. Just can't get me off of your mind. But I'll soon be there. Just give me some more time. The rain is falling.
Remember, you must be calling me on WhatsApp, right? You must call me on WhatsApp.
Wanna waste no time.
As I'm seeing somebody calling me on my street number.
Say the rain
It must be done on WhatsApp.
is all alone.
So it's 536-5843.
I wanna go home.
536-5843. Call me on that number. It must be on WhatsApp, right?
Find out if she's at home. Cause I'm feeling right. I don't wanna be wrapped up in her arms.
I'm gonna give you about 3 minutes again.
I wanna lay her down. Make sweet love underground.
Let us have a conversation, right?
Don't you say I'm rude. The rain is falling.
Yes, 536-5843.
Don't wanna
Add me on your WhatsApp right now.
I wanna go
Call me.
home. Say the rain is falling. My baby is all alone. Don't wanna waste no time. I wanna go home.
Alright, so I guess all people is not ready to call in as yet, or they're scared. Some persons don't want to hear their voice. Some persons don't meet me. Hey, I'm in the classroom, I'm in the back. So I guess those are the students that really does not, from time to time, wanna be heard. I want to play a clip right now. Because you see, at the end of the day, I always say to people, when you're in the media and the media forum, just say your side. See, like me, I come out, say, hey, I'm an NMP supporter. I ain't afraid to say that. And I go in long die. But you see, when you try to be so pretensive in the media thing, and you start calling out people, I just like to remind people. So I want to play this first before I play the next one. An individual who claims that Dr. Mitchell brought or disrespected the RGPF, or basically is aiding in spreading rumors. Listen to this.
But instead, conspiracy theories and trusted not the facts, but instead conspiracy theories and Russia. So this reminds me of something similar. I want you guys to take a listen, and this is non-political. I want everybody to take the political arrogance, the political agenda away from this conversation, and let's just look at it for the factual nature that it is. Take a listen and take a look at this.
And I know the issue of even the question of John T.'s death. I mean, I heard this story about somebody just walk in and say they commit a murder, and somebody saying that they commit a murder. I don't know anybody that just walk in and say, I commit a murder. You know, I mean, who are you fooling with this foolishness?
In all due respect, Dr. Mitchell, you are marginalizing and belittling the Royal Grenada Police Force.
So hence the reason why I say to these people, they are so fake that if you look behind the neck, I'm certain you would see made in China. They fake like that. Because last year, during the election campaign, a prominent person holding position within the National Democratic Congress did this in the town of Grenville.
Well, look at my trouble in Grenville today. Look where I'm parked. Look where I'm parked. A park where they tell me I could park. No parking signs anywhere around are within the marks. Right? Here it is. They clamp everybody along the road saying that we are obstructing traffic. And that is a reason. That can't be a reason. The police can do what they want. So I had to pay $125 for doing the lawful thing.
And that was not marginalizing. That was not disrespecting the RGPF. That was professionally done, right? This was not an individual sitting in a forum or a press conference, properly attired, sharing disgruntledness as it relates to what is alleged or his opinion on not infringing on a law. And so what would have been the correct or politically correct thing to do, tongue twister, he didn't do it. He went viral by making a video calling the RGPF out or the police and saying, look, you can do all you want. And that was not marginalizing. That was not belittling the RGPF. So you see, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, when they start to play Winkai and only could see things from on one side, it's better you just joke both eyes. It's better you do that. Because at the end of the day, last year when this was done, he was part of the media. He was following media coverages and doing all the media stuff. Right? An individual taking out his cell phone in the heart of Grenville, making an individual comments and what was being thrown on his own political front, who holds a political stringent position within the administration at present, and that was okay. So you see, when I tell you guys sometimes, at the end of the day, it's only their focus is only Dr. Mitchell. These people are so intrigued with this gentleman. Sometimes you have to ask yourself the question, if I don't want to say that too loud. If they want to enjoy Dr. Mitchell too, you have to leave it like that. Whether or not they want to be with Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Mitchell should make them or be in a relationship with them. Because he's like already giving Dr. Mitchell a chance to enjoy his own relationship. Because all you on him. All you on him more regular than the individual that is supposed to be on him. Because of all what Dr. Mitchell spoke about. Sorry about that. Yes, sorry. Sorry about that again. So all that Dr. Mitchell spoke about, all that was said in a press conference with more than an hour or so, that is all you were fixed on. That is all that grabbed your attention. Nothing else wasn't commented on. Nothing else was mentioned. So it's like you bar the concept of thinking, understanding. And you see, as I said to them, they just try to bar the political agenda. You know, take out your political thoughts. Don't think about politics. That's what they're asking you to do. Don't think about politics. But the mere fact that you played that clipping and mentioned that clipping was politically motivated. That is why it was done. No other reason. Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, on the behalf of the classroom, I want to tell them this again. I want to remind them of that. Wherever you sing it out loud now.
All of them that giving the verdict about the doctor getting me sick.
I don't know why they don't mind this thinking business. Leave the man in peace.
So leave the damn doctor. Look, don't get me mad. Leave the damn doctor. Vices or his murder in Trinidad. Leave the damn doctor. He ain't trouble on you. Leave the damn doctor.
What do you do?
Leave the damn doctor. Where you vices? Leave the damn doctor. Leave the damn doctor. They can't handle their own affair. They stumbling with all the plan. Still they harassing the blasted man.
I say, lead the damn doctor.
And don't get me mad. Leave me damn doctor. Way, I was murder in Trinidad. Leave me damn doctor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I noticed somebody would have just called me. I don't know whether or not they did it on a private capacity or whether or not they would want to be part of the program. So maybe I should find this out. I don't want to just call them back. So I'm just saying, if you're calling to be a part of the program, feel free to call back right now. I would be able to take the phone call. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, as per usual, this administration is on the notion, or they're of the belief, that whatever we discuss in Grenada should not be involving the political party in which they support. But back then, they had a field day in terms of mentioning Dr. Mitchell and his administration back then. All right. So we're open, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be free to do that. Be free. Feel free to comment on anything that they have. When it concerns facts, let them know. Somebody's saying they don't know when last they hear that song. All right, I guess they wanted to be a part of the program, and I don't know forever, whatever. Let me try calling back. Let me try calling back the person. All right. I think I know what the problem might be. So let me see if I get it back now. All right, so I'm calling the person. Let's hope that they answer.
Hello.
Hi, pleasant good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
How are you? You are on the ClassRoom program. I realize that you were calling. Do you want to speak to me privately, or you wanted to be a part of the show?
I just wanted to get your WhatsApp number on my WhatsApp, but I just wanted to make a comment on the housing program also.
Go right ahead.
Yes. What I'm saying, I think the whole thing is a set of nonsense. Mm-hmm. It is not fair to the poor and the vulnerable people. Because you're talking about taking out a loan to pay. And then they say the bank is in cool with them. But the bank is still telling you you have to pay an interest either between 3 and 5%. And they are saying that the house, if the house used to be 2,000, it will now be about 73. But even though you go and take the loan and the bank want to charge you between 3 and 5%, you are almost paying back for the same house they are trying to say what was the normal price.
Yeah, yes. It come back the same thing.
To me, it come back to the same thing, So they will get a portion and the bank will get their portion on the interest side. Anyway, I find...
I was saying I don't understand what is the fascination behind money collections as it relates to this project. This project is a gift to Grenada, a grant, more or less. So I don't understand what the drive behind it is to this money collection percentage and go to the bank and so on and so forth.
No. I think it's just advantage. And I think on the whole, these people are just wicked people, Just wicked people. And they will do everything in their power to damage Grenada. I don't know. These people, I don't understand them. Because, they fool the people a lot. And the people well into them depends on what they say.
Yes.
And now them is betrayers. As far as I see, them is betrayers. Have a nice night.
Thank you very much. You do the same.
Okay.
All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the opinion of everybody. You the things that you promised, the things that you said. Persons are now weighing and balancing, and they're realizing that, hey, these people trick us by. That's what people are saying. No, these people trick us. Because every time you bring something to them now, it's like they're coming up with an excuse. If you tell them about health system now and the strike that is taking place, one telling me the other day, but hey, But since NMP time, them people don't getting attention. So why we still on the NNP conversation? All right? I called him back, my favorite student. I realized she was calling me, and I know she was calling to be a part of the program.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. You're part of the class in session program. I realized that you would have
I was just calling. I'm seeing now, I'm hearing that he had drinks in Parliament and Cabinet. No. Because it's only when drinks get something they don't sell it. It's only drinks that don't sell what they get to satisfy their desire.
I guess we can call them that. We can't call them that yet. Let me see what is going to happen. We might have a nice grant coming up.
They don't jam their drinks.
Yeah.
Those drinks sort of sell things what God was given to them.
Well, I don't want to say what I want to say.
Me want to see. Not your me want to see. Drinks in Cabinet and Parliament, no. No drinks in.
Yeah, because if they sell everything. They say we're not selling things, so that could be a possibility. So let me keep your fingers crossed that they're not.
If you drink something and they sell it
as they get to this
to satisfy their desire. Go ahead, Papa.
Thank you very much for your contribution, ma'am. Have a blessed day. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, because I can't understand why the whole drive should be about money. Yes, we don't want it to be free, but at the same time, it should be what is considered to be affordable. That is what the meaning of affordable mean. It's not free, but it's in a position where you can get it, right? And that is what the meaning of affordable is. That you're in a position that you could get it. And this is what we're trying to say. It should be in the means whereby individuals should be able to get it without going through all this hassle. Listen to me. You can't tell me that the banks, listen to me, remember, bank money is people money. Bank money is people's money. At the end of the day, banks are not looking at $700 and $900 salary and jump up and give you a whole $70-something thousand loan. They would be very reluctant to do such. And we need to be realistic about interest rate 3 and 5. Bank up. You go into the bank with your liquor sometime a $1,500 as your salary or more. And they're bringing you all around the bank. Sometimes if you're going cooperative, they're making you walk all over by the cathedral, come down by the bus terminus, go by the stadium before you could get a little loan. Because you need to take the payback amount. The average person who earns $2,000 pays a substantial amount of money back. You think Bango could take $50 and $20 from you, $100 for you to pay back a $70-something thousand loan? Let's be realistic first and foremost, people. Bank money is people's money. The bank is not high and mighty to just hand money to people or financial institutions. So yes, banking is in agreement to give the loan. They didn't tell you no. But I'm certain they're saying to you that persons need to qualify and qualify properly. And you see, and look at somebody mentioned, this was no handout. NMP wasn't giving the houses like a handout. You're paying back. And yet there were persons that were negligent in terms of repayment. But there's a system in place in which you can receive your cash. Many other places you go in, persons don't service loans and so on. Even the banks, the financial institutions, there are persons that don't service their loans as expected. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, the bank would put things in place to retrieve their funds. They give you a letter, they call you out, or something, you know. We need to be careful, ladies and gentlemen, in the way we treat people. Because at the end of the day, as I said, we don't know what is the situation with the persons that are now outstanding in terms of payments. Because we have not heard any updates as it relates to the persons that are still owing. So it could just be that these persons might be evicted. We are with the story on this one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have gone past 2 minutes past the hour 7, and this brings us to the end of this evening's program. I want to say thank you to guys for being here and being a part of today's program. I want to, at this time, give some relevant information, and I want to say relevant information because I know there are some persons who go to the Malmount games on a weekend, and so they have used my forum to let you guys know of the upcoming games that start at 10 a.m. And this Sunday we will see Dynamite versus Mardi Gras Gun Hill, New Generation versus Latouche Interiors, Westerhall Strikers, they will take on Mamakan's Youth, and Walker Dragons, they will take on His Majesty's Prison. That would be on Malmount playing field. So if you're a cricket fanatic, don't forget to be there. On Sunday also, you can be a part of that wonderful day cruise. That is Bill, Skero, and Guy. This one is called Indie Water Day Cruise. So don't be scared to be a part of this one. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it was a pleasure, as per usual, to be here with you guys. And I know for a fact that some of you guys would have a great weekend. I myself would try to do same. I want to leave this evening because this evening I know they may be playing until, hey, look at Prince call your name on your program. I don't afraid them. Tell them this for me, ladies and gentlemen. So have yourself a wonderful weekend.
Well, I come back to burn them up because I am the fire chief. I come to burn out corruption, watch you are burning out wickedness. I see them just like a big wrong target, something I could never miss. This say with me new brother, so go educate the public, the fight again. Radar, again, I keep them radar.
Remember to stay dry.
The fight again, radar.
It is a little bit wet on the outside.
Watch out, we get radar, again.
When it's time to burn the fire, they tell me, come on, burn the fire quick. Because they know that I'm a serious man that doesn't mix up in no gimmick. Yes, I am hot like a lion down to the young. I'm very romantic. When it's time to burn the fire, I bet you life it. I just ignited the fire again.
Watch out, we get radar, again. I keep them radar, problem. The fight again, radar, coming back to burn them. Watch out, we get radar, again. Well, I am a talented singer with a unique style of my own. Not no one to be entertainer who posing around with phone. There's something about my music what does keep the people interest. You know what they call it, food for thought, so take it in and digest. Some people they think they cheat, they connive and yet still play they honest.
So ladies and gentlemen, out.
That is why they
we would see again next Tuesday. God's blessings to each and every one of you guys.
shut up the glory, that is why they can't get no spiritual busy fight again. Raiders, again, I'm keeping them raiders. Problem, the fight again, raiders, coming back to burn them. Watch out, we get raiders, again. When it's time to burn the fire, they tell me, come on, burn the fire quick. Because they know that I'm a serious man, I doesn't mix up in no gimmick. Yes, I am rough like a lion, but to the girls, I'm very romantic. When it's time to light the fire, bet you life it is. I will just ignite it, watch out, we get raiders, again. I'm keeping them raiders. Problem, the fire get raiders, coming back to burn them. Watch out, we get raiders, again. Because I love up the culture, I put in my best foot forward. But I find the people in authority really acting absurd. For me, it's too much of ignorance and controlling society. And if I know that I don't sing it, then are you going to vex with me? Well, I don't think it's fair to say that I have no competition. But my people, you're going to see for yourself who is the number one. The only way they could beat me, they think have to be programmed. Otherwise, there is just no way to stop my revolution. If I get raiders, again, I'm keeping them raiders. Problem. I don't play at all. That I illiquidate. I know my journey will hard, so I have to concentrate. Although my road is a rocky one, but to me they cannot dictate. By not giving me a title, they think I'm going to frustrate. They tell me that I must pay me dues. Tell them not to articulate. Tell them singers and them for me, they must get their mind in shape. Because the kind of lyrics I use, they cannot facilitate. That's why they get radar again. I'm giving them radar. Problem, if I get radar, coming back to burn them. Watch out, we get radar again. When it's time to burn the fire, they tell me, come on, burn the fire quick. Because they know that I'm a serious man, I doesn't mix up in no gimmick. Yes, I am rough like a lion, but to the girls I'm very romantic. When it's time to light the fire, bet you life it is. I will ignite it, so now we get radar again. I'm giving them radar. Problem, if I get radar, coming back to burn them. Watch out, we get radar again. It was never my intention to become notorious, but a lot of people just not aware, so they are not conscious. Not because I'm an entertainer, that simply means I'm famous. The only reason I end up on top is because I'm garrulous. The first time I burned the fire, everybody felt was a joke. Burn fire, burn, and also went up in smoke. More fire, you don't see what happened to fools. So they know I'm a serious man and me that they mustn't provoke. The fire get redder again.